Your personal information is being sold online right now, not by hackers, but by data brokers, companies you've never heard of that collect your personal information and sell it. There are hundreds of these sites gathering your phone number, home address, your relatives' information, even your browsing activity, and once your data is out there, it spreads fast. That's why scam calls know your name. It's how strangers can look you up in seconds. And trying to remove your data yourself can take hours per site, with no guarantee it stays gone. Aura does it for you. They automatically find your information and send removal requests to over 200 data broker sites, then keep monitoring to make sure it stays gone, because your data can be relisted at any time. With Aura, you can even see where and when your data was found and removed. The longer your data stays out there, the more it spreads. Try Aura for free at aura.com/hidden. That's aura.com/hidden to try Aura for free.
This episode is brought to you by L'Oréal Paris Skincare. Get brighter, more hydrated skin with L'Oréal Paris 12% pure vitamin C and hyaluronic acid plumping serum. Vitamin C makes skin look up to 70% brighter and makes pores less visible by 59%, while hyaluronic acid leaves your skin plumper, more hydrated, and visibly reduces wrinkles. Use this skin layering duo every morning and night for best results. Learn more at l'orealparisusa.com.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories. There is a ton of Instagram news. When there's a lot of Instagram news, would you prefer that I do one really long episode, maybe one that's 6 minutes long or 7 minutes long, or would you prefer that I break it up into 2 different episodes? I'm curious. Please send me a direct message at Daniel Hill Media. I'm going to start with the 2 quick hits. First, the recent hashtags are back. Ever since the November election in the United States, the recent hashtags were turned off. Reach was lowered. There wasn't a way to look at the most recent posts for a particular hashtag, but now, thankfully, Instagram has turned that back on. Secondarily, there was an issue with Instagram DMs earlier today. I noticed it this morning because I had story replies, but I couldn't actually see what they were. But Instagram says that they have now been resolved. Quote, earlier today, some people experienced trouble sending or receiving messages on Messenger, Instagram, or workplace chat. The issue has since been resolved, and we apologize for any inconvenience, a Facebook spokesperson wrote in an email to The Verge. These outages are becoming rather common, so hopefully this gets addressed for a permanent fix, and we don't have to deal with these issues anymore. The downside, though, is that now that Facebook Messenger and Instagram direct messages are connected, an outage for one does affect the other, seems like automatically. Next, Instagram announced that shopping is rolling out to Reels. There was a test announced of this back in October, but now businesses and creators will be able to tag products when they create Reels, and then viewers can tap through those tags to buy the product or save the product. Additionally, a branded content tag is available for influencers who are paid for their posts. So this way, when a content creator who has a brand partnership makes a reel with a branded partner, you can see that at the top so that you're aware that it's an ad type of post. I'm just going to let Adam Mosseri explain the details of this one because he's going to do a much better job of it than I could.
So today we're announcing shopping in Reels. So one of the things that we do at Instagram is try to focus on what big trends or shifts we're seeing out there in the market. There are a lot of big things, obviously. The growth of online video, the shift in power from organizations to individuals, the shift to messaging. And we try to lean into those shifts whenever we can, because though we face stiff competition, the biggest risk that we have at any given moment is usually that the world changes and that what we do becomes irrelevant. And the world is changing faster and faster. And so what shopping in Reels allows is it leans into 2 of our bets right now, which are Reels and the Shop tab, and allows creators, so anybody who creates content and their brand as part of their business online, to tag products and make them shoppable in Reels, which is a new format, which you can see in the Reels tab right now. And we think this is important for the business, yes, but more just to make sure that Instagram stays relevant for everyone who uses us every day.
There's actually a lot more to that interview. I'm going to digest it and then give the bite-sized chunks over the next few days as I see it's relevant for this show. There's so many other news topics that I want to cover, including the FTC joining with 48 state attorney generals to call for a court-ordered divestiture of Instagram and WhatsApp from Facebook, which is basically trying to force Facebook to undo both acquisitions and spin them back into independent companies, along with Instagram testing a content calendar inside Creator Studio. If you're not using Creator Studio and you are paying for a tool like Later or Planoly, it is definitely worth investigating. However, it still doesn't support stories. All of those news items are just too big for this 3-minute show. So come back tomorrow. I will cover both of those things unless something else bigger happens, in which case I will do that, and then I will push. Anyway, please send me a direct message if any of this is helpful to you. Thank you so much for listening, and come back tomorrow for more Instagram news.